Now, here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
Well, if you haven't charged your devices now, I would do that now, tablets and phones. I do expect scattered power outages to increase, and while we have strong wind right now, the strongest wind yet to arrive, and that'll be increasing over the next several hours. We have a lot to cover with this rain and windstorm. Let's go to downtown Providence. And that's the other thing here. I mean, obviously this is bad timing. The height of this storm coinciding with the evening commute. We've had some reports of scattered outages and some street flooding as well. The wind and the rain continues to pick up. The flood watch for the entire area. Now, so far, 1 to 2.5 inches of rain, with additional inch to inch and a half over the next several hours. So some urban and some street flooding will continue. Those neighborhoods that normally don't do too well in heavy rain situations. These are the wind gusts now, getting close to 50 miles per hour. I know Communicat Lighthouse in Warwick has gusted to 54, and we do anticipate, now these winds are out of the south, we do anticipate gusts as high as 60 over the next several hours. And speaking of 60, that is the temperature. Incredible. It is in the low 60s right now, including 61 in Providence. So rainfall heavy, well, obviously heavy at times, and we've seen that. 2 to 3 inches and locally higher amounts. These strong winds out of the south will continue. The strongest wind gusts are now till about 9-10 o'clock this evening, and these impacts continue with scattered power outages and some street flooding as well. I'm going to keep an eye on some of the smaller rivers and streams as well. I would say the power outage risk is at least moderate to borderline high in these gusts up to 60, 65 out of the south for all areas. The strongest winds as you get closer to the south shore, but the entire area has the risk of gusting to 60 as this pipeline of moisture continues to work in this very heavy rain ahead of a strong cold front out ahead of it. Gusty winds and that moisture coming up the east coast show you the wider view of that front. And out of the head of the front, you see a little sliver of spring with temperatures in the 60s. On the backside, it's cold. These storms love to feed on contrasting air masses when warm and cold air collide, and you can clearly see this huge temperature gradient, and that's one reason why we've got strong wind. That's some fuel for the storm, these contrasting temperatures. Step you through the forecast hour by hour with a ribbon of very heavy rain and strong wind. Watch the time bar. Again, the reds indicate downpours, thunder, and strong wind. 6 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the evening, still very windy with downpours. 9 o'clock in the evening, that ribbon of red shifting to the east. Still some rain and wind at 10 o'clock. Midnight, it is winding down and pushing offshore. And then here we are tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon with increasing sunshine, breezy, colder, but dry. Daytime highs only, well, feeling more like November, topping out in the upper 30s to lower 40s and setting up for some cold weather tomorrow night. This is additional rainfall on top of what has fallen already, an additional inch and a half of rain. As far as the wind gust forecast, keep in mind that the areas in purple indicate some of the damaging wind, and these numbers going up. This is 5 o'clock this evening. Move ahead to 6 o'clock, still with these strong damaging wind gusts. 7 o'clock, that purple area moving towards southeastern Mass, and then that whole area moving offshore by midnight and beyond. It'll still be windy late tonight, tomorrow morning, but we won't be experiencing any damaging wind as the wind speed's coming down to about 20, 25, 30 miles per hour tomorrow morning. It is stormy now through at least 10 o'clock. Expect more power outages. Breezy, cool, sunshine tomorrow morning. Still kind of a gusty wind. It's not nearly as strong as what we're getting right now. Sunshine, cold and dry. That continues right on through tomorrow afternoon. 7-day forecast shows the stormy weather for this evening. Breezy, dry, cooler for Thursday. Sunshine, cold on Friday. Better part of the weekend is dry. Any showers on Sunday should wait until Sunday night. In the meantime, if you don't have to travel, be careful as the weather will continue to deteriorate.
All right, Tony, thank you.